Welcome to beautiful and scenic San Diego. We've got the beach, we've got bikinis, surfers, and we've got
the 2015 Chevy Colorado with the 4-cylinder engine.
That's right, this is the entry-level version of the new Colorado. And what are we gonna do, Nathan?
We're gonna take it around and show you guys how it drives.
Now we're gonna look for bikinis.
That too.
All right, coming up next on the Fast Lane Truck. We had to beat those other journalists off with clubs and knives. I mean, everybody wanted to get in this truck. It's the base Colorado, right? Two-wheel drive, 4-cylinder.
That is correctamundo, my friend. And we only have 2 of these amongst all the Colorados and Canyons out there that we could grab. So that's why we had to fight them tooth and nail to get to this.
And you know what? I get it because it's less expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's less powerful, but the MPGs are really good. What do you got?
Yeah, with this model, the 6-speed automatic, 4-cylinder, rear drive, 20 miles per gallon city, 27 miles per gallon highway, and that is pretty damn good considering that this has a maximum tow rating of 3,500 pounds. This, folks, is the 2.5 liter, 200 horsepower, 191 pound-feet of torque, 4-cylinder engine. It's aluminum, it's direct injected, and it's capable of towing up to 3,500 pounds. And it's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. There is a manual transmission that is available, which is a 6-speed, but only for the rear drive version with the 4-cylinder engine.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of the base truck that no longer exists.
That's right, and this one has cloth seats. It's a couple steps above the base model. There are a couple little goodies that it has, but for the most part, what you're looking at here with the 4-cylinder is pretty close to the $20,000 mark.
I'm over here. What are you doing with the camera?
Nothing to worry about.
The truck. Focus on the truck, Nathan.
Yeah.
We're talking about style. It's manly, it's butch, it's modern, it's cool. I actually like it a lot. I think, especially if you put the off-road package on this, this is a winner of a truck. I would be proud to have this in my own garage. No, not there, Nathan. Not there. Truck, Nathan.
Truck is great.
Truck, Nathan. Nathan, stop it. You know, we were just driving the Canyon, and if you check out that video, you'll note that that one was $39,500.
That had all the bells and whistles.
That's a lot of money for what is essentially a small truck.
Yeah. And so this is on the opposite end of it. Now, we don't have the price on this. However, we do know that these base price around $21,000, and this one only has a couple additions, so I'm going to assume, and I think it's a fair assumption, that it's around 24.
Yeah, and guys, sorry, I mean, we'd love to get these numbers to you exactly, but the problem is if Chevy doesn't provide them, because these are basically just built trucks, right? They're not standard trucks that you can get at the dealership yet, then we can't provide those numbers for you. Gotta wait for it to do its thing, man, before you can gut it. Wow, 4,000 RPM. What do you say, my man?
It's a truck. What are you expecting? Actually sounds pretty good when you're inside of it and it's under full load.
All right, let me go to the back. Hold on. I think you need a cat bag system badly on these trucks. They're a little too quiet for my liking. All right, Nathan, give it the beans. You know what? Compared to the 6, I would actually say this sounds better. From the back, Nathan, compared to the 6, I think it sounds better.
Well, you know, gutsy 4-cylinder sometimes sounds good, and in a truck like this, that's not a bad thing. So far, it's proven to be actually pretty nice. It's the smaller cab. It has less, it doesn't have the leather or anything fancy like that, so it's got the harder plastics. And so,
but they're not bad. Look at big full screen here.
Yeah, the screen is nice. All the knobs have a nice rubber that surrounds them, which is good.
Yeah, the interior is very elegant, and I don't mind the cloth seats. I mean, in some ways, a truck should have cloth seats, right?
No, a truck should have leather seats that are all perforated and good for air conditioning and heating, because I'm a spoiled brat, and that's how I am.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. You know, for the fact that this is relatively the base model, the interior is very classy. Yeah, sure, there are hard plastics and there's no leather anywhere to be had, but you know what? It's a truck. And if you're gonna take this thing and load up some dirt bikes in the back, you're gonna get dirty, and you want a truck to be a truck. So I'm not too bothered by the fact that there's nothing extensive or expensive, but the design is nice. It's elegant, it's stylish, it's modern, and it looks, gosh, it looks like a 21st century truck when compared to the competitors.
And what's interesting is, rather than having empty switch, spots where they have the toggle switches down here, they just have larger ones of what you have, which is traction control and the bed light. So that's kind of cool. I like the fact that they've actually looked at that and said, we don't want it to look like a cheap model that doesn't have the options.
Yeah, that's a really thoughtful touch, and there's a lot of thoughtful touches in this. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, go for it.
That's floored.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, once again, it's up to about 4,000 RPM. It's got some cojones.
Yeah, actually it does. It sounds good too. I mean, look, it's a 4-cylinder engine. What do you want? But the good news is, aside from the fact that the tow rating is pretty damn good, 3,500 pounds, and the gas mileage rating is good, this is also a model that you can get a manual transmission with. Kind of typical for extra cab vehicles to have the rear hinge door, but this is really cool. Look at this. See the seat? Now you may notice that the headrest is on the bottom. There's a reason for that, and General Motors is the only guys who do this right now. The headrest is down here because in case you want to hook up a child seat, you have enough area here to do it safely. It's huge. You can only hold 2 people back here, but if you do have a child seat, having this here gives you enough space. And when you don't need it, you can always put it right back up here.
All right, put it up there.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, let's see you do it, Nathan.
That's what I'm going to do. Look at me roll. Yeah, that's right. That's why I make the big money.
All right, now sit down. Let's see how usable this really is. Keep in mind this front seat is all the way forward.
Almost all the way forward. Okay, admittedly, it is small back here because this is the base model truck. You get the 4-door if you want to put human beings in the back.
What are you gonna put back here, kids?
Well, yeah, of course.
Groceries?
Children are not human beings. They go back here.
You know, I think what impresses me the most about this truck, Nathan, is just the fact that it feels like it's a 21st century truck. Even though we just did a video where we compared the more expensive Colorado, the 4-wheel drive one, to the Tacoma and the Frontier, which this competes against.
Yeah.
Those trucks felt from a driving dynamics, right, point of view like they were 10 years old, which they are. This feels modern. It's well dampened.
That's electrically assisted power steering, and it
This
feels
truck's not
pretty...
about steering feel anyway.
No, it's not, but you know what? It actually is pretty good. It has a nice weight to it.
It's got a really nice weight to it. You know, it's really easy to turn when you're in a city situation, and it firms up when you get on the highway. It's got a lot of goodies going on for it. I could see that this is going to be a sleeper. This might be the truck that people will actually end up buying because the cheapest you can get these trucks at is right around 20,000, I believe. It's
21. It's about 21.
Yeah.
And realistically, you're not going to get one for less than 22.
Right. The days of getting that Ranger that was what, 14,000 or
yeah. Sorry. Which is a bummer.
Which is a bummer. But here's the interesting part. GM believes that these trucks will actually go the opposite way. What I mean by that is that people will come down from Sierra or Silverado in this case.
Or an F-150, which is what they're hoping for.
Yeah, into this truck, not come up to it, right? So it's not like, this is not just a truck for the first-time truck buyer, but it's a truck that somebody who has an F-150 or a Sierra or Silverado and is sick of having to park it can get into and drive like a car.
Yeah, and this is noticeably smaller, and it does feel smaller, but at the same time, the interior space is pretty damn good. There are a couple minor negatives, one of which is even if you do get the automatic transmission, they no longer offer bench seats in small trucks like these, at least here, so you can only have 5 people in here. In this case, you can only have 4 because this isn't the big 4-door. This is basically what do they call this, a club cab or party cab or super cool cab. Actually, I think it looks better.
New York
with
cab.
Yeah, it looks better with the smaller cab, I feel.
Yeah, but it's got those stupid clamshell doors. I'm not a big fan of those, right?
I know, but it's on a packaging thing like this, you need that. You need to have something like that gets them up and out of the way. But here's
I'm not gonna go there, dude. I don't like those doors. You're stuck back there, right? You can't open it up unless the person in the front seat opens it up.
Well, you obviously don't care if there are adults sitting back there, and if there's children sitting back there, you don't want them to go out anyway.
All right.
Yeah, look at that logic.
Yeah.
But the point is that they no longer have standard cabs available, so you cannot get a small truck like this.
This is the smallest it gets.
This is the smallest it gets.
Yeah, exactly. Nathan, I am pleasantly surprised. This drives really well.
Yeah, it does. You know what? It doesn't feel like you're getting an entry-level vehicle, and that impresses me.
So on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, I'm gonna say,
well, we got to get it up to Colorado before we can really give you that.
right, we want to take it off-road, and we want to spend some time behind the wheel because we've only had a few minutes to drive it. But initial impressions are very positive.
That's right, Chevy. Well done.
As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Saying thanks for watching, and check out tfltruck.com for more truck news, views,
and real-world reviews.
Ciao.